In the icy realms of the Arctic, where the sun barely kisses the horizon and the air is as crisp as the snow beneath, a polar bear roams. But this is no ordinary bear. It is a titan of the tundra, yet it bears a gruesome secret, a horrific barnacle wound that transforms its majestic form into a macabre spectacle. As we draw closer, the stark contrast of its pristine white fur against the grotesque sight of barnacles clinging to its skin becomes evident. These marine parasites, once harmless, have turned into a nightmarish infestation. Imagine, if you will, hundreds of tiny, crusty shells embedded in the bear's flesh, their sharp edges digging into its skin, causing pain and discomfort. The bear, a symbol of strength and survival, is now a living canvas of suffering, a stark reminder of the delicate balance between nature and the harsh realities of life. Barnacles, those seemingly innocuous creatures that attach themselves to anything submerged in water, have found a new host in this polar bear. Typically, they prefer the hard surfaces of rocks and ships, but in a world increasingly altered by human actions, they have adapted to latch onto the soft, vulnerable skin of this majestic beast. The infestation begins innocently enough. A few barnacles take hold, feeding on the nutrients in the bear's skin. However, as they multiply, they create a grotesque colony, leading to inflammation, infection, and even the risk of death. The bear's immune system struggles to cope with this onslaught, and what was once a proud predator becomes a victim of its own environment, a casualty of the ecological changes wrought by humanity. This dark tale of the polar bear and its barnacle wound serves as a chilling metaphor for our relationship with nature. Just as the barnacles cling to their host, humans cling to the earth, often at the expense of other species. Our action in the heart of the savannah, where the sun blazes mercilessly and the wind whispers ancient tales. A cheetah lies in agony, its sleek form marred by an unimaginable horror. This isn't just any injury, it's a grotesque testament to nature's ruthless intricacies, a barnacle infestation. At first glance, the sight is shocking. Clusters of barnacles, typically the bane of ships and marine life, have taken root on the cheetah's skin, transforming its once pristine coat into a nightmarish landscape of crusty protrusions and raw flesh. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is drawn into a world where beauty and horror coexist, revealing the dark side of survival in the wild. Barnacles, those unassuming creatures that cling to rocks and ship hulls, have found an unlikely host in this majestic predator. Typically, they are marine organisms thriving in salty waters, but in a baffling twist of fate, they have adapted to latch onto this terrestrial hunter. The cheetah's skin, perhaps weakened by a prior injury or illness, has become an inviting canvas for these crustaceans to invade. As they anchor themselves, their hard shells dig into the flesh, leading to inflammation, infection, and excruciating pain. The cheetah, once the embodiment of speed and grace, now struggles under the weight of this grotesque parasitism, a silent testament to the perils of the natural world. The barnacle's life cycle is a marvel of evolution, yet here it serves as a grim reminder of nature's cruelty. These creatures, with their ability to reproduce in staggering numbers, can overwhelm their host, sucking the life out of it while thriving in the most inhospitable conditions. The cheetah, a symbol of power and agility, is reduced to a mere shell of its former self, a living canvas of suffering. As the infestation spreads, the cheetah's chances of survival dwindle, a tragic fate that echoes the struggles of many species in a world increasingly shaped by human actions. In this dark tale, one must ponder the ethics of our existence, are we not? In our relentless pursuit of progress, the very barnacles that cling to the earth, our actions disrupt ecosystems, leaving scars much like those on the cheetah's body. We invade, we exploit, and we often fail to notice the damage we inflict. Perhaps, in this gruesome tableau, there lies a lesson about balance and respect for nature, a reminder that every creature, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, plays a role in the grand tapestry of life. So, as we reflect on the cheetah's plight, let us also consider our own role in this intricate web. After all, if we continue to act like barnacles, we may one day find ourselves on the receiving end of nature's harsh justice. And who knows, maybe the next documentary will feature us as in the dim light of a weathered barn, a striking white horse stands, its coat gleaming like freshly fallen snow. Yet, upon closer inspection, a horrific sight emerges. An extensive barnacle wound festers upon its flank, a grotesque reminder of nature's unyielding grip. This is not a scene from a horror film. It is a stark reality where beauty meets the macabre. The barnacle, a creature most often associated with the rough hulls of ships, has found an unlikely host in this majestic equine. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is drawn into a world where the delicate balance of life teeters on the edge of horror. The barnacles, small crustaceans that typically cling to hard surfaces in marine environments, have invaded the soft skin of the horse, creating a grotesque landscape of white and gray. Each barnacle, resembling a tiny fortress, burrows into the flesh, causing pain and infection. Imagine the discomfort, the agony of a creature once proud, now a canvas for nature's darker side. The infestation begins when barnacle larvae, microscopic and nearly invisible, latch onto the horse's skin. They find a warm, moist environment to settle, where they grow and multiply, creating a colony that can spread like wildfire. As they mature, these crustaceans secrete a hard shell, anchoring themselves in place, while their feeding mechanisms tear at the horse's flesh. It's a grim fate for an animal that once roamed freely, now a host to parasites that thrive at its expense. The wound exudes a foul odor, a sickly sweet scent that lingers in the air, a testament to the decay beneath the surface. This is not merely a physical affliction, it is a haunting reflection of the consequences of nature's indifference. Yet, as we marvel at this dark spectacle, we must confront a deeper truth. Barnacle infestation serves as a metaphor for the human condition. Just as these creatures cling to their host, society often clings to its vices, draining the vitality from the world around us. We build our lives on the backs of others. In the desolate heights of the Himalayas, where the air is thin and the ground is cloaked in a perpetual chill, a snow leopard prowls, embodying both grace and ferocity. Yet, beneath this majestic exterior lies a chilling reality. A grotesque wound festers on its flank, the result of a parasitic flower that has burrowed deep into its flesh. This flower, a nefarious organism, thrives on the very essence of its host, siphoning nutrients and leaving a gaping, oozing cavity that attracts flies and other scavengers. The sight is both captivating and horrifying, a stark reminder of nature's brutal indifference. As the snow leopard moves with a haunting elegance, the wound pulsates, a dark testament to the relentless cycle of life and death in the wild. As we delve deeper into this morbid tale, we encounter another bizarre affliction plaguing our feline friend barnacles. Yes, barnacles, those crusty little creatures typically found clinging to the hulls of ships, have found an unlikely home on the snow leopard's skin. These marine parasites, usually associated with oceanic environments, have latched onto the leopard's fur, embedding themselves in its flesh. Each barnacle, a tiny fortress of hard shell, creates an unsettling juxtaposition against the soft, spotted coat of the snow leopard. Imagine the discomfort as these barnacles feast on the leopard's blood. Their presence a grotesque reminder of how life can cling to life in the most unexpected ways. The barnacle infestation is not merely a nuisance. It is a grim reality of survival in a world where every organism, no matter how small, plays a role in the web of life. While the snow leopard struggles to shake off these unwanted guests, it becomes a living canvas of nature's harshest truths.